Is it really possible to make $50,000 a month as an online coach? Yes. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you exactly how to do it repeatedly, consistently, and predictably so these numbers that once felt unrealistic actually feel inevitable. If you're a coach and you log online and start to see all of these examples of women making insane amounts in their business, it's not because it's a scam or an MLM. It's because they have four things that you're missing. I know I was for 5 years in my business that allow for you to run your business like a business rather than this duct tape together, throw spaghetti at the walls to see what sticks side hustle. That's the key here. It's running your business like a business. And the first piece that you need to have in order to make 50K months or more than that inevitable is systems. Being able to make $50,000 one month is cool, but being able to make it repeatedly without collapsing is really where the magic of systems comes into play. The first time that I ever made $50,000 a month in my business was July of 2020, and I remember it being 3 days out from the end of the month at $48,000 in cash collected, having this moment of, oh my God, we are going to get there. I was selling three different offers: our certification, a business coaching program, and an on-demand course. I literally threw a Hail Mary, emailed my list, told them how close I was to achieving this goal, and within a couple days, we crossed the 50K threshold. Now, this was amazing, but waking up on August 1st, I had this pit in my stomach because I didn't know how I was going to do it again. This goal that once looked unachievable now felt stressful because I didn't understand how to actually replicate the results I had done the month before. It took me 3 years, yes, 3 years of reactive launching and 30-day pushes to continuously make 50K months before I realized I was burnt out and I really didn't have any system to maintain the money that was coming in. If you don't have any systems in your business and you're just posting and praying for people to sign up for your offers or hoping that somebody one day finds you and says, how can I work with you? You are going to be in a reactive cycle of pushing forward and probably making short-term decisions rather than long-term moves that set you up for consistent, sustainable scale. Now, there are two main systems that you want to be looking at in order to scale to 50K months. The first is going to be your sales system. So how are you consistently inviting people in to work with you and buy from you, either in your high ticket offers, mid ticket offers, or low ticket offers on a month-to-month basis without feeling like you have to be in this constant hustle or launch mode. These sales systems should be mapped out and on autopilot so that anytime you're getting new visibility or new traffic, you know exactly what to do with a lead when they come in. The mistake that I see happen with a lot of my clients and why they hire me is they get a lead, but they don't know how to convert it. A post goes viral, but they feel like they're missing out on the traffic because they don't have anywhere to send them to. Or worse, people are asking to get on calls to learn more about working with you, but you don't have a consistent way to sell them that works predictably every single time. The second system that I feel like isn't spoken about, but is just as important, is your operational systems. This includes your client experience, the onboarding process, offboarding and upselling your clients, which we're going to talk about in a second, and everything that's going on behind the scenes that creates a healthy infrastructure for your business to run without collapsing. Operational systems are how you prevent refunds, how you make sure that your reputation stays intact, and most importantly, how every single client who is coming into your world is getting insane results. This is where hiring a VA, using a CRM system, having a project management tool comes into play so that nothing is slipping through the cracks. Trying to hit 50K months without operational systems and without sales systems is like trying to fill a bathtub with the faucet wide open. It doesn't matter how fast the water is pouring in, the faucet is open, and so that energy is all going to leak out and you're not going to see the growth in return. And I don't know about you, but there's nothing more frustrating than thinking that you're filling an amazing bubble bath only to walk into the bathroom 30 minutes later and realize that all of the water was going down the drain. This is what's happening in your business when you don't have these systems in play. So even if it feels a little unsexy, I promise you, this is what's going to create so much confidence and safety, most importantly, as you're growing your business. But once these systems are in place, the common thing that I see women run up against is that they don't have the predictability in demand coming through. What most women are struggling with right now is relying too heavily on organic content to be generating leads on a predictable basis. This is where paid advertising comes in to really help you stabilize your lead flow and visibility on a month-to-month basis. Organic content is very energy heavy, it's algorithm reliant, and it's a lot of heavy lifting for you. Whereas paid ads gives you consistency, true scalability, and the data to grow with confidence. When you're creating higher level, multiple five-figure months, you don't want to be in the cycle of launch, repeat, because you're constantly putting pressure on the launches rather than have a funnel that's working for you while you sleep. Paid ads is literally like the oxygen breathing into the fire once your backend systems are ready. What's so incredible about ads is you know exactly how much money it costs to get a sale. For example, I just got new ads live on a $1,997 offer. Right now, it's costing us about $285 to get a single sale. This offer only requires 2 hours of my time per month. So let me ask you this. How many times would you spend $285 to make $2,000? A million times over. And this is what I love about paid ads. It shows you exactly how you can scale, and it's predictable and repeatable. But don't get me wrong, I am not telling everybody to go and turn on ads immediately. It needs to be done with the right infrastructure, the right intentionality. You need to have proof of concept in your offer and your messaging and packaging. This is why, if you want to hit 50K months consistently, where I recommend you start to be on the path of least resistance is with a higher ticket offer. Think about it this way. Would you rather sell a $5,000 offer to 10 different people? Or would you rather sell a $500 offer to 100 people? The one is going to require way more volume and way more people. And depending on how big your audience size is, selling a mid-ticket or a low-ticket offer probably isn't going to make sense for you at this stage in the game. If you're ready to scale to 50K months, what I want you to do is focus on one premium offer first, scale that baby up, and then start adding in different elements of upsells and downsells and other ways for people to enter into your world to get a taste of your magic. People think that diversification is the answer to growing your income, but often what ends up happening with diversification is dilution when you're not doing it intentionally. The mistake that most people make is that they go wide way too early rather than being super narrow and targeted with a premium offer. This is the fastest way for you to build demand, cash flow, and secure really incredible results with your clients that turn into social proof for everything else that you create. Once you've got all of that social proof, that's when we can begin to add in downsells and upsells and other pathways for people to stay in your world or enter your world depending on where they're at. This is the final piece that is truly the sign of a healthy business and what will allow for you to not just hit 50K once, but be able to do it over and over again. This is what I call client ascension ecosystem. Rather than just focusing on one offer, once we've got that one solid offer firing on all cylinders, what we want to do is start to iterate based off of that to meet buyers in the different stages of their buying cycle. You want every person that enters your world to always have a clear next step. So if you're offering something low ticket, make sure that there is a next step into a higher ticket offer. Or alternatively, if someone purchases your high ticket offer, is there a super high ticket, one-to-one, a mastermind, a retreat, a VIP day that they can purchase from you next because they've gotten such amazing results and they don't want to go anywhere else? I'm sure you already feel this, but once you find a facilitator or a coach that you love and get amazing results with, you don't want to go anywhere else. It's hard out there to find a coach that you really love and trust. But the mistake that so many people make where they're leaving literally thousands of dollars on the table is that once their initial container wraps up, they don't have anywhere else to put their clients. If you're already working with clients, this is one thing that you can implement right away that is going to increase client retention and increase your cash flow and your monthly recurring revenue. What I want you to be thinking about is how can I get clients to stay with me for 12, 24, 48 months? Because I've created such a sticky ecosystem where there's always a next step and a direction for somebody to take in my world. This is how you create compound momentum with ease and also don't have to rely just on the top of funnel of new people coming in. It's much easier to sell to people who already know you and already like you rather than constantly having to source new leads and new clientele. It's also a major sign of a healthy business when your clients actually want to stick around. And if you don't have clients that are sticking around, that tells me that we need to go back to the drawing board with your operational systems and make sure that your client experience is dialed in. Nowhere in this video did I say 50K months require hustle. Being able to sustain 50K months is all about working smarter and not harder. This is exactly what I do with my clients. So I've dropped a training in the description below. Watch the training. And if it resonates, book a call with my team to learn more about how we support coaches inside of the High Ticket Coach Academy with building these backend systems, these operational flows, your sales process, and your paid infrastructure so that your journey to scaling to 50K months no longer feels unrealistic, but feels inevitable. Make sure to check out this video where I talk about how I brainwashed myself to millions so you can learn the money mindset behind being able to scale your business.